15 breakout rooms. So please do join the breakout room later based on the name assigned by the committee.
And the committee has shared a list of the breakout rooms, including the participants' names. Please join based on the breakout room assigned. And a gentle reminder that for everyone to change their name from what your current name in the Zoom to the format of name dash room number. So I repeat once again, name dash room number. So please change your name so that for our operators, it will be easy for them to assign you to the respective room.
Yes, so the participants, the presenters, please change the name to the format names dash the room number, for example, 1, 2, or 3. So, for example, if your name is Donny from room 15, so you change your name to Donny dash room 15. And also for the moderators in each room, you should change the name to name dash MOD for moderator. And then if you are a reviewer, so you change your name to name dash REV for reviewer. Okay, and then after you have done the presentation, please click leave breakout room. Do not click leave meetings. Again, do not click leave meeting as it will lock you out from the whole event. So we will come back to this main room later after we have done all the presentations to listen to the announcements for best papers and best presenters at 1:30 p.m. GMT plus 7. So don't forget that for the presenters, you only have 7 minutes to present, and then it will be followed by the 8 minutes Q&A.
Yes.
All right. So
Yeah. Let's get started.
Yes, let's get started. You may join your room now.
Yes, you may join your room and gentle reminder once again to change your Zoom name from your current name to name dash room number.
Yes, so for example, your name is Andy from room 2. So you need to change your Zoom name to Andy dash room 2. And for moderator, please change your name to moderator's name and then dash MOD for moderator. Or if you are a reviewer, then you change to your name and then dash REV for reviewer. Okay, so I think we will see you guys again at 1 p.m.
We will see you back here.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, we can hear your
Yeah.
voice.
Thank you so much.
Udah saya siapa?
Bu Stefani,
Oh, enggak ada.
mungkin lagi dia kan tadi pembukaan Pak.
Oh iya.
Lagi siap-siap mungkin. Hello, Mr. Sulaiman.
Hello,
Yeah,
Dr. Nick. How are you doing?
yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Good, are you?
Yes.
How is the yeah. Huh? You listen.
Everything's fine.
Alhamdulillah.
How are you, Mr. Sulaiman?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Mr. Sulaiman is from Brunei Darussalam.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Nice to know you, Mr. Sulaiman.
nice to meet you too.
Okay, Mr. Sulaiman, can we start?
Yes.
Okay, good morning, participants in room 5. Welcome to the parallel session. My name is Dr. Nicholas Renaldo. I will be the moderator, and Mr. Sulaiman Musa from Brunei Darussalam will be the reviewer of this room. Our parallel session activities will be held in two parts, namely presentation and Q&A. In the presentation section, each participant is given of maximum 7 minutes to present the results. So, participants are requested to only explain the main points. Participants are requested to only explain the main points. There will be 8 minutes Q&A section where the reviewer or moderator will give a few questions to the presenter. There are 9 presenters in this room, and I invite Mr. Paper number 4 and paper number 82, Miss Sagun Advaita Santika Dewi.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, please share screen your PPT,
Okay.
and the presentation will be held for 7 minutes.
Please use for the screen share screen, please. I cannot share screen here.
Okay, I'll tell the operator.
Could you help me for the share screen?
Please wait, I will tell the operator.
Okay.
You can track.
Thank you. Did you guys see my presentation?
It's loading. Okay, we can see it.
Thank you. So gonna start the presentation. My name is Sanang Sabuat Padi. So you can call me Sabu or Akai. The paper this day I'm gonna present about the evaluating the success of accounting software implementation in the SME sector using the UTH and to learn and make lens model. The overview is an introduction literature, such method results in description and closing. The introduction. So the main problem discussed is the challenge faced by micro, small, and medium enterprise in Denpasar in managing financial efficiency. MSMEs often experience limited research in the term of financial management, which causes a lack of efficiency, accuracy, and stand in recording and reporting finances. In addition, the measurement of the success of accounting software implementation through user satisfaction and impact and individual performance using UT and the loan Maitland's model. Significant increase occurred, especially in 2016 until 2023. In 2023, the number of SME reached until 32,000 more units in Denpasar, Bali. So, the study used my model of UT and Delon and McLean is success model. With the I understand more deeply about user response to accounting software in LSME in Denpasar, Bali. The use of these two models is designed to provide comprehensive view of the adoption factor and the success accounting software implementation. Evaluation of accounting software system user is important because they are my factors interact directly with the system. So the consistent resulting from previous research in this increasing number of SME that make the necessary to conduct re-observation with the system, evaluating the success of accounting software implementation in the MSME sector using UT and the lens models. For the literature review, I'm using two UT and the Lot McLean information system. For UT,
I'm sorry,
it's
Miss.
widely.
Hello, Miss.
Yeah.
I think the presentation isn't going. It's still in the cover.
Why? Can you repeat again?
It's okay. You can continue, but don't use full screen maybe. Just use the PPT normally because it's still in the cover.
Oh, it's still in the cover. My eye. Okay.
Yes, you can reshare screen and then you can see.
You can see now.
Okay, but don't do a full screen because it doesn't going.
Yes.
Can you go to slide number 3 or 4?
3 or 4. Fine.
It's not moving.
Which one?
It's still not moving.
Okay. Can you? It's still not seeing it.
I think you share the wrong window.
Yes, maybe it's the wrong window.
Okay. Still sharing the wrong.
Okay, it's fine. It's already in slide number 5.
Okay, thank you. So for the literature review, I'm using two theoretical theory. UTAUT and decline on neckline information system success model. So for the UTAUT, it's widely accepted framework used to explain how individuals accept and use the technology. And then for the decline and neckline information system success model, it's a framework developed to measure the success information system organization. So for the literature review, I have 14 hypotheses for this paper. The hypothesis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is human expectancy for social influence, facilitating condition, influence information system quality, and information quality has a positive effect on interest in using. Then hypothesis 7 is influence of the interest in use. This behavioral intention has a positive effect on individual performance using accounting software. So the next is hypothesis 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 and 13 about the performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, facilitating condition, information system quality, and information quality has a positive effect on statistication with accounting software. And the last is hypothesis 14, user statistication has a positive effect on individual performance. So the next is REACH method. So for the REACH method in this paper, in population study, the REACH involved 300 units drawn from a total 32,000 and more MSME units in Denpasar. So the sampling method using a purposive sampling based on specific criteria. So a total of 152 respondents participate in this study, holding roles such as owner, accounting manager, accounting staff, and purchasing personnel with MSME located in Denpasar, Bali. For data collection, a survey method was implemented via questionnaire distributed by Google Forms. So for the analysis, this paper using partial list square integrated with structural equation model or SEM. For the next result in this session. So genesis include three key stages with this paper, like external model assessment, internal model assessment, and hypothesis testing. For the external model assessment, the result of the analysis showed that the auto-loading value of all indicators have a value above 0.50, which means that each indicator has fairly strong relationship with the construct it's measured. For the value indicate, the convergence validity has been met, which means the indicator designed to measure content concept or dimension correlated well with other. This measure that the data collected is valuable and reliable. Next is internal model assessment. So for this model is also tested reliability using a criteria such as composite reliability and punch bunch alpha, where the output results show that our research variable have a value above 0.70, indicating that the variable are reliable. The next is hypothesis testing. For the hypothesis testing is carried out by looking at the head coefficient value, t-statistic, and p-value. The test results show that out of 14 hypotheses tested, 5 hypotheses were accepted and 9 hypotheses were rejected. So you can see in the slide, hypothesis 1, 6, 7, 13, and 14 was significant. The next is, so the result of the study indicate factors such as performance expectation, business expectation, social influence, and facilitating conditions significantly influence the acceptance and use information technology by MSME. So limitation the study only focus on MSME and Denpasar, Bali. The results of the study may not entirely relevant to MSME in another region or countries that have different economic, social, and technology conditions. So that's my presentation for today. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Vicky, I provide the slide.
Hello? Hi. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Sulaiman, you can go to the Q&A session.
Okay.
Are you listening? Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. I'm to review the paper with the title Accounting Software Implementation in SMEs using UTAS and Dillon and McLean models, presented by Dewey, right?
Yes, sir. All right.
Okay. Now I'll start by looking at the general clarity of the work. The manuscript clearly outlined its objective and research question, which focus on exploration of the factor influencing the use of accounting software. Then we look at the introductions. Yes, the introduction explains vividly the topic, but the flow of paragraph is not well structured. You need to improve on that. And what is the significant, the major contribution of the study should be discussed in the introduction aspect. Are we together? Hello?
Yes,
You listen.
yes, I'm listening to you.
And we look at the theoretical background and the relationship with the literature. The manuscript demonstrates a sound theoretical foundation integrating UTAS and the Dillon and McLean. Its success model is effectively. However, the problem here is the framework. The framework should be under research method. That framework you brought under literature should be under research method. And again, each and every hypothesis, there is a chapter, there is a section where you call it research. Let me check. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
The theoretical.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Secondly, the number of the literatures, the numerical number of the section under literatures.
Okay.
These are the subsections where you number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
These are the subsections. If you have to number the section, you are not only to number only one subsection in the study, in the paper. You have to number all the paper. This subsection should be, let's say, this one, the long arm machine system success, let's assume is 2.1. Then this subsection should be under that, should be number under it. Are we together? But here you only number this, only a subsection that was numbered with a numerical number. Therefore, you have to change the numbers.
Okay, sir.
You get it? Okay.
Yes.
And then, in terms of method and data, the methodology approach which use partially square for the analysis is appropriate for the study objective. The sampling process is well explained with the section criteria for SMEs. The results and analysis. The results section provides comprehensive statistical analysis with the clear reporting on the past efficiency, the inclusion of significant and non-significant results, strength with rigorous of the study. However, the interpretation of non-significant, like social influence and effort expectancy, could be explained to explore potential reason behind the insignificance. You need to explain why is it this variable and not significant. Give a vivid explanation on that. Because also that also is part of the contribution of the study. Then in terms of conclusion and recommendation, the conclusions effectively summarize the key findings and other recommendations for the study.
Okay, sorry.
The study makes a valuable contribution to the field of technology adoption in SMEs, particularly applying established theory model for post-academic concepts.
Okay, sir.
Highlight that of information quality. Are we together? But the problem here in the contribution, you have to bring a contribution that's related to policymaker. Are we together? Because
Yes, sir.
here you are part of the SMEs. The SMEs are being guided by the policymaker. What is the contribution of this study to the policymaker? Because there must be a policy on ground that will influence or will encourage the SMEs to adopt the method you are recommended on. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Again, and then I'll look at a general review. The manuscript is well structured and grounded in theory. There are opportunities for enhancing the clarity of certain sections, as I explained above, especially regarding the implication of the finding in integration of theoretical method into practical recommendation. How will you integrate this theoretical and give a kind of significance or recommendation for practical aspect of the study? Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Sulaiman.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Sulaiman, thank you for the review. And Mr. Sulaiman, I already WhatsApp you. Please check and fill the Google form. Mr. Sulaiman, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, I've already checked on your WhatsApp. That's a Google form.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, you can fill the Google form for this first presenter. Google form for presenter writing form.
This service is scrambling. I'm not getting you right.
Okay. You just open your WhatsApp and the instruction is there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And now we will move to the second presenter.
Okay.
Paper number 91. Fajar Ramadan, Sudirman, and M. Sukri. Which one will present? Paper number 91.
Yes, the paper number 91.
I'm sorry. Paper number 83. Made Ayudiwira Anomsari.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, Miss Dira Anom, can we start?
Yeah. Okay, I will share my PPT. Okay, I will start my presentation. Good morning. It's nice to meet you all, and I'm a little bit nervous right now. First, I would like introduce myself. My name is Madi Ayudwira Anomsari.
Recording stopped.
So you can call me Anom. I'm a magister student at Udayana University, and I'm going to be speaking to you today about my paper's recognitions of post-employee benefits as an implementation of the matching concept principle. To begin, I would like to provide a table of content what I will discuss in my presentation. I will start with introduction, literature review, method methods, result and discussions, and closing as the chapter to wrap up the presentation. Okay, I will start with introductions. First, did you know that relevance and representation are two fundamental qualitative characteristics that indicate the quality of information presented in entity financial statements?
The interpretation of these two characteristics emphasize that the information presented in the financial statement must not only represent important condition, but must also represent reality that can be described reliably, completely, and free from misstatement without any deviation. In an effort to achieve the quality of information presented in the financial statement, an accounting conceptual framework was developed by International Accounting Standard Board, which contained the main objective of accounting, basic concept of reporting, and implementation guidelines, which are described in the form of hierarchy with an orders of levels and have a relationship between one another. The matching concept principle is one part of accounting framework and is a basic principle in the process of preparing financial statement. This concept becomes a substantial principle because entities are required to match and present expense and revenue in the appropriate accounting period. In addition, this concept is reflection of accrual-based accounting. Recognition of post-employee benefit in the financial statement is the implementation of the matching concept principle, which empirically has not fully implemented by most entities. Reluctance to recognize post-employee benefit is often found in entities classified as micro, small, and medium enterprises. This is because the amount that must be recognized as expense and post-employee benefit obligation is material and has an impact on the entity's income statement. In addition, the measurement of post-employee benefit is very complex. The provision governing the recognition of post-employee benefits are not only limited to accounting standard but also to compliance with statutory provisions. The material amount of post-employee benefits and the assumption of preparing actual financial statement in line with matching concept encourage entities to recognize and measure post-employee benefit in accordance with applicable regulation. The purpose of this research is to determine the impact of applying the matching concept principle through the recognition of post-employee benefit based on Law Number 13 of 2003 in conjunction with Law Number 6 of 2023 concerning Cipta Kerja and SAK Etap on financial statement and to conduct further analysis of management decisions that do not recognize post-employee benefit obligation from the perspective of the matching concept principle. Okay, I will next with literature review. So I have four basic literature review that I have agency theory as a grand theory, and then I include the matching concept principle plus basic theory related to the post-employment benefit and the recognition, measurement, and disclosure based on SLK. Based on the existing theoretical study and supported by previous research as an empirical study and the condition that occur at PT SAS as a subject of this research, which has not recognized post-employee benefit, encourage researchers to further review the company's obligation in recognizing post-employee benefit. Here I present on the slide framework used in this research. To answer this research question, a research method is needed in obtaining and processing data so that the conclusion are obtained from the research. Based on empirical study, it showed that a few entities are reluctant to recognize post-employee benefit obligation, with encouraged to conduct of this research. Based on this, the relevant approach used to analyze the phenomenon is qualitative research with a descriptive approach. To explain the management perspective on the phenomena of reluctance to recognize post-employee benefit in the financial statement, the interpretative paradigm with phenomenological method is used in the studies. The research used three data collection techniques, which are observation, interview, and documentation. Some points that researchers want to convey are that the researchers include data validity testing using the triangulation method. After going through the testing step with triangulation, the research data is presented according to its type to analysis the data in the form of calculating post-employee benefit using the assumption that researchers have set, so that the research results are presented through the next slide. Okay, PT SAS is an entity that has been established since 2018 with 47 permanent employees and with an employee turnover rate of 23% in 2021. Based on the result of the observation process and interview with management, it is known that the entity does not recognize post-employee benefit in the financial statement. The management is aware that post-employee benefits must be recognized in the financial statement, but believe that the amount that must be recognized as expense and liabilities for post-employee benefits is material for entities classified as micro, small, medium enterprises. So in this research, the measurement of post-employee benefits is only carried out for permanent employees and by using simple actuarial assumptions such as a normal retirement age according to government regulation, the assumed age of employees when they start working, the assumed age of employees when the measurement of post-employee benefit is carried out, and the assumed employee turnover rate. The components of post-employee benefits are calculated based on government regulation number 35 of 2021, Article 40 and Article 56. And then the research also include the use of the probability of employees to stay in the employment until retirement age as part of a projected unit credit calculation method. The probability calculation is carried out of each level of company management, which in the study is clustered into 5. The division of management levels refers to the amount of salary received by each employee such as top, middle 1, middle 2, middle 3, and top level. This is to ensure that the value of post-employee benefits presented in the financial statement remains relevant to the condition that occur in the company. If we see the table on the slide, the amount of post-employee benefit that must be recognized by the entity has increased from 2019 to 2021. This is due to the factor of increasing the numbers of employees and the calculation factor of post-employee benefit based on the total length of service of each employee. If a correction journal is made for the amount of post-employee benefit based on the table into the financial statement of PTSAS, it will have an impact in the form of an increase in the value of liabilities and decrease in income due to the recognition of the present value of post-employee benefit obligation. Post-employment benefits that have not been expensed in the income statement since the entity was established give effect to a correction for periods involving the retained earnings account. The correction using retained earnings is only for the financial statement for the year ending 2019, while the financial statement for 2020 and 2021 were corrected retrospectively in accordance with SAK ETAP Chapter 6 and accounting policies and estimate and errors. It is intended that the financial statement can still present comparative information for understanding the financial statement for the current period in accordance with SAK ETAP Chapter 3 concerning presentation of financial statement. Then, about the result of measurement post-employee benefit, the Committee of the American Accounting Association defines the matching concept principle as a process of reporting expense on the basis of causal relationship with reported income. The matching concept principle is accrual accounting is one of the substantial principles because it can affect the quality earnings reporting. And Littleton and have argued from the beginning that periodic matching of cost and revenue is fundamental for timely periodic performance evaluation. In addition, the results of a survey of US CFO found that the matching concept is the top of accounting policies to be implemented because it's able to represent higher quality income. Over the period, the matching principle has experienced various debates on the perspective of a number of practitioners, accounting standard centers, and financial statement preparers. The use of estimates and forecasts that can reduce the accuracy of financial statement, the potential for manipulation of the timing of recognition of cost and revenue, and the application of inappropriate matching cost and revenue are the argument for the declining relevance of using the matching concept principle in the preparation of current financial statement. Matching based Disep and Tang in Kim et al. State that matching concept can be defined into three categories, including neutral accounting, which aim to provide an unbiased and fair representation of the company financial position for each period; conservative accounting, which tends to underestimate performance and financial position to avoid excessive optics; and aggressive accounting, which aim to improve the company image by exaggerating performance and financial position in the present. Each of these categories certainly provide a different points of view regarding the quality of financial information presented. So that's not all application of the matching concept principle reflect a decrease in the accuracy and quality of financial reporting. To the extent that application of the matching concept is based on a fair judgment that contains an element of prudence of what is implied in the qualitative characteristic of the preparation of financial statement, the application of the matching principle is appropriated. The implementation of the matching principle has that is relevant to the research is to recognize post-employee benefit provided to employees. In line with the matching concept principle, the service provided by employees also provided added value to the entity for the current period, and thus the entity also has an obligation to recognize employees' post benefits expend in the same period as revenue is earned. Post-employee benefit are mandatory benefit provided by the entity to the employees when a condition termination of employee occurs due to the employees entering normal retirement age. The obligation for post-employee benefits which will be paid in the future is resolved on a pro rata basis based on the period of service of each employee in accordance with the accrual basis of preparation in financial statement. The application of matching conceptual recognition post-employee benefit cannot be categorized as conservative accounting practice, but rather falls into the category of neutral accounting. This is because by regulation, entities have obligation related to the provision of post-employee benefit in accordance with law number 13 of 2003 in conjunction with law number 6 of 2023 regarding Cipta Kerja and Government Regulation number 35 of 2021. On the other hand, the preparation of accrual-based financial statement in accordance with ETAP requires entity to prorate the post-employee benefit obligation that arise in each period and recognize net change in post-employee benefit obligation as defined benefit plans for the period. The recognition of material post-employee benefit obligation in the balance sheet does not disturb the company's cash flow. This is because the amount of post-employee benefit is only reserved in the balance sheet, thus not causing any cash flow until the realization of post-employee benefit obligation to employees who are laid off at normal retirement age. And to referring the description, I have several points of conclusion to wrap up my presentation this morning. First, in this study, recognition of post-employee benefit has an impact on increasing the amount of liability and expense. Second, the application of the matching concept principle through post-employee benefit through the reserve cannot be categorized as a conservative accounting practice, but in this study can be classified into the neutral accounting category. And the third is this research is not only useful for current and potential user of financial statement, but the result of this study also contribute practically to the Indonesian Institute of Accountant. At a minimum, Indonesian Institute of Accountant obtains input from users of accounting standard regarding the obstacles faced by entities that are required to fully implement it as AKETAP. This will become Indonesian Institute Accountant strategy policy in the future to continue to socialize the importance of complying with the provision of SAP. I think that's all I can present. For Bapak Nicholas as moderators today, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Dwira Anom, for your presentation. And now we going to Q&A session. Please, Mr. Sulaiman.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Asira, for this good presentation. The title is The Recognition of Post-Employment Benefit as an Implementation of the Magic Concept Principle based on various academic criteria. Now let's look at the clarity of the study. The manuscript presents its objective and finding with a reasonable clarity. The topic is well defined and the research question is clear. However, the technical concepts such as post-employment benefit and actuarial assumptions may require some more context explanation for readers who are not familiar with the accounting concepts. Some sentences are overly complex and could be benefit a more concise wording for better reliability. Therefore, you need to explain some words that in the way that a layman who has no account concepts, who have no account knowledge will be able to understand. The contribution and significance of the study. The study makes important contribution by linking the matching concepts with the recognition of post-employment benefit under Indonesian regulation, which has a practical implication for companies and financial reporting. However, the practical and policy implication, especially for SMEs reluctant to recognize this obligation, will be discussed more explicitly to highlight the broader significance of the finding. Therefore, you need to, in terms of implications, what is the implication of the study? What is the major significance of your study? You should make it clear as much as possible, especially in your introductions of your study. Then we look at the theoretical ground and relation with the reflection. The manuscript is well grounded in agency theory and the matching concept, drawing on previous research to establish this important of recognition post-employment benefit as part of financial reporting. However, the relationship between the theory and real-world practice will be explored more. You need to link that relationship between the theoretical and what is the real in terms of in your literatures. Are we together?
Yes, sir. I can get it.
Okay. Then when we look at the methodology, the qualitative discrete method used in this study is appropriate for the research objective. The data collection technique, including documentary, interview, observation, are well detailed. However, the sample size and the decision to focus on only one entity. You see, it focuses on only one entity. The generalizability of this study is so scanty. How you cannot generalize the results when you are discussing on only one entity. Then we look at the result analysis. The results are presented clearly, particularly in the calculation of post-employment benefit over the 3 years. However, the discussion could be more critical of the reason behind the management reluctant to recognize this obligation and how it affects overall financial transparency. You need to make more clarification on that. Then we look at the conclusion and recommendations. The conclusion effectively summarizes the key findings, emphasize the importance of applying the matching concept for post-employment benefit. However, as I mentioned earlier, the practical recommendation is lacking. Are we together? A recommendation to policymakers.
Yes.
Because you need to have a recommendation to policymakers that will encourage the SMEs, how motivate the SMEs to adopt such practice.
Yeah.
And the contribution to the knowledge to the academic knowledge is thought to contribute to the ongoing academic discussion on the machine concept in financial accounting, particularly in application course. Thank you. Then the last thing I want to tell you on the limitations. You can add the issue because you are talking of accounting standards, but you scope your study to Indonesia, where you are looking at the practicability in Indonesia. You can add as a limitation to that study, or you can request for further research to look at the comparability between that study, that standard, that Indonesia's with FRS or GAP. Are we together? Because this, did you understand what I'm saying? You can recommend for future study to look at the relationship between that of Indonesia with FRS or GAP in other contexts, not in Indonesia. Compare it between, let's say, Malaysia and the practice in Malaysia and that of Indonesia, or practice Indonesia with that of Brunei in terms of FRS, or in America in terms of GAP. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sulaiman, for the review.
Okay, Ms. Dwira Anom, are you clear with Mr. Sulaiman's explanation? Okay, Ms. Dwira Anom, are you clear with Mr. Sulaiman's explanation?
Hello?
Yes, it's clear enough for me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr.
Is
Sulaiman,
there can I send the recommendation letter, the review comment later on?
oh yeah, okay. Okay, Mr. Sulaiman, can we go to the next presenter?
Okay, who's the next presenter? 116.
Felicia Angelica Yofi Pratama Amroni.
Yes, I hear.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Yofi Pratama.
Yeah.
For presentation, about 7 minutes. Don't take it too long.
Okay.
Okay, please, the time is yours.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank the moderator, Mr. Nicholas, and the reviewer, Mr. Sulaiman, for giving me the opportunity to present today. My name is Yopi Pratama, and today I will presenting the results of our research conducted together with Felicia Angelica and Mr. Amroni. The title of our presentation is Design of Web-Based Transportation Information System in an Invoice Recapitulation at Chandrali Expedition. First of all, I will introduce the Chandrali Expedition. Chandrali Expedition is a company operating in transportation services sector. It was founded by Mr. Chandrali. The company specializes in transporting goods such as mining and plantation products, including coal, palm oil, kernels, and shells. And then here is the background problem. In general expedition, we often see mistakes happening in data processing, like entering the wrong freight costs or miscalculating the total price. These kinds of errors can really hurt the company financially, and then finding important data like freight details, vehicle records, or past transactions can take a lot of time. And then employees have to manually check each archive, which slows down the process of getting information they need. Then when it comes to reconciling invoice reports, each transaction has to be cross-checked by hand. And this often leads to data entry errors. And finally, delivery orders are still being made using Microsoft Word, which has led to files being lost quite frequently. From the background problem, we can see the research objective. The first objective of this research is to create a system capable of performing computerized data processing for various types of information, such as user data, customer data, vehicle data, cost data, delivery data, and invoice data. The system will allow users to add, edit, and delete data as needed, while also performing automatic calculation for transportation costs. The second objective is to develop an integrated system where all data is interconnected. This integration will make it easier to search for critical information such as vehicle data, freight data, user data, and invoice data, providing faster access to important records. And next, the system will have the capability to automatically generate reports. This feature will be particularly useful for freight and invoice reports, allowing users to produce reports based on specific dates. And finally, the system will automate the creation of delivery orders directly from the application, with all related files consolidated in one place for easy access and management. And then this is the research methodology. For this research, it consists of 5 main steps. The first step is problem identification, where we identify the key issues and challenges that the system aims to address. Next is the literature study, where we review existing research and systems related to data processing and automations. This help us understand and current state of the art and gather insight for building an effective solution. The third step is involves data collection and system analysis. In this space, we gather the necessary data and conduct a thorough analysis of system requirements. Then we moved on the system design and implementation, where we create the architecture of the system and develop the solution. Finally, the last step is the report phase, where we document the entire process, the results, and the system's performance. This ensures that all findings and developments are clearly recorded. And then this is the result and discussion. From the system requirements, we can see the use case. This use case diagram illustrates the key functions of the system, focusing on managing various types of data. The main functionalities include logging into the system, managing data for customers, vehicles, freight costs, transactions, and invoices. The system also allows for printing reports and managing user accounts. Throughout the process, user validation is essential to ensure that only authorized personnel can access and modify the data. And then additionally, the logout function ensures secure exit from the system. We can see there are two actors in the system, administration, and owner of the Chandralagi expedition. And then we move to the class diagram. This class diagram represents a transportation management system. It includes key entities such as vehicles, users, customers, and invoices. There are two main roles, admin and owner, responsible for managing the data within the system. The system also features reporting capabilities to display and print reports on transaction and invoices. Overall, the diagram shows how data is organized and managed within the transportation system. Here is the sample of a screenshot of the implementation of the application. You can see this example for login page from the implemented system. It showcases a simple and clean interface where users such as admins and owners can securely log in by entering their username and passwords. And next, there are 4 screenshots. Provide an overview of the implemented system's functionality. You can see in, yeah. Can I continue?
Continue, sorry.
Okay. We can see in the top left, we see the data processing screen for transportation transaction, where users can view, manage, and add new transportation data. Similarly, on the top right, there's a data processing screen for invoices, allowing users to handle invoices related to each transaction. The bottom left screenshot displays an example of transportation transaction report, summarizing key details such as transaction date, customer, vehicle, driver, and status. Finally, on the bottom right, we see a generated invoice report showing a summary of all invoices within a specific period. Together, these screens demonstrate how the system efficiently handles both data management and reporting, ensuring smooth operations for the transportation company. Okay, this is the conclusion. To conclude, this application has greatly assisted the admin by automating the creation of delivery orders, making the process much more efficient. In addition, the invoicing reports can now be generated based on the selected date, eliminating the need for manual sorting, which saves time and reduces errors. Furthermore, this application consolidates user data, vehicle data, cost data, and reports into a single system. This allows for easier access and management, providing a more streamlined experience for the users. I think that's all for our presentation today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay,
I
thank
give
you.
it back to Mr. Nico.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Yofi Pratama, for the presentations. It's really a good presentation. Okay, we can go to the Q&A session. Please, Mr. Sulaiman.
Okay. The title presented by, is it Pratama, right?
Yeah, that's my name.
Okay. The title is Designing of Web-Based Transportation Information System and Invoice Recapitulation at Chandrala Expeditions. Then let's look at the clarity. The manuscript is generally clear in its purpose, objective, and approach. The problem with manual system of invoice capitalization is well explained, along with the challenge faced by the company. However, there are minor issues with the sentence structures and grammatical error that occasionally hinder the clarity of these studies, which can be solved through proofreading. You can give your mastery for proofreading. And the contribution and significance of the study. The research contributes to the practical application in transportation and logistics, addressing a real-world problem with innovative web-based systems that automated key business process. However, their contribution to theoretical advancements in the field of information systems remain modest. You did not deeply explain how these will be contributed towards academic. More emphasis could be placed on how its work contributes to academic debates on digital transformation SMEs. Then we'll look at the theoretical ground and relation with the literature. The manuscript reference relevant literature to justify the use of websites, web-based system, and agile methodology. However, it could be helpful to engage more deeply with the literature on information system digitalization and SME operations. Contextual, the research very more better. You can explore more of those concepts.
I got you.
The integration of theory from system design or software development, such as agile methodology, is touched upon but could be expanded to provide a stronger theoretical framework for the research. Then we look at the methodologies, the method, data, result analysis. In the case of the method use interview, observation, and documentary analysis, which are appropriate for the study. However, more detail on how this method will apply will be used. For instance, how interview responded selected. You can give a little, you can create a kind of a paragraph and explain and give little explanation on how you go by the interview,
observation.
how you selected the interview and everything. You can
Oh,
explain in a very one paragraph.
okay.
In the case of manuscript, present the key data of the key type of data such as a user, vehicle, and transaction data. They are relevant to the system being developed. However, more explicit as explained discussion on that your data. You need to give more explanation on your data in your under methodology.
Okay.
Then result analysis. The results are practical in nature, focus on the implementation of the systems. However, there's a room for more thorough analysis of the system. For example, how did the introduction of web-based system impact business performance? The quantitative measure or the case study, how could help the substantiate of the results? Are we together?
Yeah. I got you.
Then we look at the conclusion and recommendation. The conclusion through are in line with the objective of the study, summarize how the web design system address the identified problem. The study effectively concluded that the system improved efficiency in invoice and data management. However, the study could be benefit from suggesting future enhancement, like integrating machine learning to predict. That should be a limitation of the study, which will require the future study to dwell on that aspect. We will look at general review. The study is strong in addressing practical issues, but could be enhanced through more rigorous engagement with theoretical and academic literature, as well as clear articulation of the methodology results. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sulaiman, for the suggestion.
You're welcome, sir. What is your name is what?
My name is Yopi Pratama. You can call me Yopi.
Pratama. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sulaiman, for the review. And now we are moving to the next presenter. Number 117, Miss Alicia Raswir.
Yes, I am Mr. Nicholas.
And how are you today, Miss?
Good, I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, we are good. Okay, Miss Alicia, can we start? You can subscribe your
Okay. I'm sorry, I can't hear your voice clearly. Can you repeat?
Yeah, please share screen your PowerPoint.
Oh yeah, okay.
7 minutes for presentation.
Okay. Okay, is my PowerPoint slide can I see?
It's still loading. Okay, we can see it now. Please start.
Since then, so I would like to thank to Mr. Nicholas to as the moderator, and also thank you for Mr. Suleiman for the reviewer. Well, I will present my research about designs of sales information system for goods at Alpar wholesale store in Jambi city based on website. where our research is conducted by Sauti, Maria Rosario, and me, Erisa Raswer. Well, uh, the first I will explain about the Alpar Wholesale Store. It is a store that sells various kinds of products for household needs, where in the data processing, still using a very conventional and traditional methods, just like handwriting and notebook. So there are still many obstacles in data processing, where we have to solve using the technology. Some of the difficulty of data processing, such as to record the cells of data, then planning previously activities, because the data search process is considered slow and the data does not appear automatically, so it must be written repeatedly, and the data cannot integrate it with each other because there is no database. So it's very bad effect for a business. Well, the purpose of the study is to analyze the current systems and to overcome the problem faced the upper wholesale store by designing a web-based sales information system. Uh, this research framework that will be carried out in solving the problem discussed is by identifying, searching for information based on the theoretical foundation, collecting data using observation, interview methods, analyzing on solutions to the problem faced by the alcohol store. And the development method used waterfall model, where implementations of this study using PHP programming language and DBMS MySQL to manage the database and to produce data processing application that are expected to facilitate data processing and report creation. Well, the methodology of our research first is by identification the problems, where in the stage the authors review the location directly to conduct research, to collecting the data and find the obstacle, find ideas and appropriate the solutions, where we call in the software engineering called as the requirement get collection data. Then, for the data collection, we use the methods such as the observations and also interview to know the business process in the Alpar wholesale store. And the next is the documentations to provide the accurate evidence of the business process by recording, photographing, and many informations are collected in this process and documented, and we transform it become a documentation. Then the data analyze is for build the analyze the data, how to the data flow in the business is can be documented well. Then the system design is determining the process and the data needed to design a new system. And the last is preparations of report, where it's included the white box testing and black box testing. Well, this is the database designs for the applications for the Alpar wholesale store. We know that the database is a collection of data that is logically related and has several interrelated meaning. The database is a collection of the data that is related, so we can obtain the data information quickly. Where this is the table designs of the sales transactions that we need, such as the number of the transactions to know the ID as the ID of the transactions, then the date, also the ID of the purchasers, and the notes, which is some important notes or in the transactions, and the transaction amount, the total of the transactions, the total payment, the total remaining VAT, the time, and such as the orders field that we need for the sales transaction table. Well, the next is the purchase table designs, where the fields such as receipt, the data of receipt, date, ID of the supplier, informations of the supplier, the subtotal, discount, uh, tax, yeah, in Indonesia we call PPN, the ID of user, the invoice. And the value table designs, we need the fields like the ID of the user, the name, password, status, and etc. And the next come to the designs of our systems, where our design of the system using unified modeling language, where uh, which means the standard modeling language in information systems, where the systems is designed for the first is the buyer purchase product, then makes payment, the admin receives the payment, records transaction, and hands over the product sold to buyer. Admin records the invoice and submit into the buyer, and admin summarize the reports. Well, this is the use case diagrams of our system, sales information system of the alcohol store. Where in this use case design diagrams, we have two users, that is admin and the buyer, and the right side is the activity diagrams of this sales information systems, where the data flow we can see start from the select the data, select the tumble, and the result is where the all the transactions will be saved into the database. And this is the class diagrams of our systems, where the class has sums of the uh, object, where the object class name is such as the stop, uh, then the ID of the item, the transactions, the table of the users, report, the supplier, and about the buying item. And the left side is a glance or the view of our systems, where is built by PHP language programming. This is some the view of the page of our system, such as the data transactions page, the buying of the item page, and the last is for the report. And this is the results of the testing of our systems, of our sales information system, where the test conditions parameters include at order succeed, at order fail, edit order search, edit order fail, delete order search, and delete order cancel. And some parameter of the test conditions, such as testing procedure. Then the other field is input data or input action, and the output, the result obtained, and the results. For the testing procedure, we can see in the second column, such as click at the add button, show add page, data input, click save, and etc. And for the input action, we just like add the complete order data, and we do this for all the page of our sales information system page. Then all the results of the testing shows that a good or the valid actions of the application. Well, this is the last of my presentations about the conclusions. So, based on the results of analysis of our system design to the implementations of the programs for the sales information systems that apply to alcohol store, is we knowing that the design of a sales information system store is designed and can help the business process of the alcohol store. Uh, so we hope that our systems can help the and can solve the problem of the conventional or traditional business management before become to digitalized. Well, that's all my presentations. Thank you for your attentions, and I give it back to Mr. Nicholas and also Mr. Sulaiman. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Elisha Rasuya, for the presentation. And now we are going to Q&A session. Please, Mr. Sulaiman.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nicola. Thank you very much. The presenter is Miss Sabrani, right?
Yes.
The title is Design Obsessed Information System for Goods at Alpha Wholesale Store in Jambi City based on what? That's the title of
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Then let's look at the clarity. The manuscript is relatively clear in structure and purpose. The problem of manual data entry and the need for automation of Alpha. Are we together? Hello?
Yes, exactly. That's the problem.
Is well articulated. However, the clarity could be improved with a more polished written style. There are several grammatical errors and awkward sentences constructed. They reduces the reliability of the study. Are we together? You need to restructure the study very well in terms of linkage of the sentences of the paragraphs. And again, you need a kind of a proofreading. Are we together? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, the literature is totally missing in the study. We've not brought issue literature review. A section literature is missing in the study. Therefore, the background and the relationship with the literature, the manuscript reference previous work on sales on information. All what you did it in the methodology sections. You're supposed to bring some issues in the literatures, the conceptual, the definition, concepts of all the variables. You're supposed at least discuss some of the parts in the literature. Are we together?
Yeah, that's correct.
The methodology, the manuscript outline a clear and appropriate method using the waterfall model for system development. It also includes the standard data collection techniques such as interview, observation, method which are appropriate for the study objective. The data collection is primarily quantitative and focused on operational challenges at the Alpha World says so. However, the manuscript could benefit from a clear explanation of how data was analyzed to inform the design of the system. And we together, you may have a paragraph and explain how your data was. The result analysis, the result section describes the implementation of web-based design and its functionality. The use of a UML diagram is appropriate and helpful in visualizing the system design. Then we'll look at the conclusion. The conclusion briefly summarizes the outcome of the study, highlighting how the system improves sales, transaction recording, and inventory. Then, when we look at the contribution, the paper made a significant contribution to solve practical issues in retail sales management, for small and medium enterprises. Then we look at the contribution academic. Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Okay. We'll look at the academic contribution. The academic contribution mainly in the practical application of the website. Web system solves a practical operation. To be greater impact to academic community, the manuscript should engage more in the application of this system design and broader application to the field of information system. All this should be explained in the literature. Are we together? You should give broader explanation of this in terms of policy implication. The manuscript does not explicitly address the policy making. Firstly, what is the implication of the policy? What is the contribution of the study to the policy? We together? Then,
Yeah, okay.
hello. Then on the generality, on the general comment, the manuscript provides a useful practical contribution by addressing the operational challenge of the alpha web sales store with the web design. However, improve the academic value, it will be benefit from more robust theoretical grounding. Are we together? A deeper analysis of the system.
Yeah.
And clearly recommendation to research practice. What is your limitation of the study? You should come at the tail end of the study. These are the limitations, and what is the recommendation for future study? Are we together? At the literature side,
Yeah.
literature. Explain what are the concepts.
Yeah.
What those concepts mean.
Okay.
And you link it with the theoretical background or theoretical grounds. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Sulaiman, and also thank you for the Mr. Nicholas. We are very happy about the suggestions.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sulaiman, for the review. And now we are going to the next paper, number 118, Tori Erola, Beni Irawan, Despita Mesa. And Mr. Sulaiman will be moderator, right?
I think now you are going to review those papers, right?
Okay, I will review paper after this. Miss Despita Mesa, are you there?
Yes, I'm ready, sir.
Okay. Me and Mr. Sulaiman will exchange our role. Mr. Sulaiman will be the moderator, and I'll be the reviewer.
I can share my presentation now.
Yeah, you can share it.
Already shared?
It's not yet.
Oh, about now?
It's not yet.
It's shared for the flyer, yes, sir.
It's not yet, sir. Maybe you have a problem in your laptop.
I think I got problem, sir.
Coba Bu, kan ada tombol share-nya warna hijau yang di tengah bawah, Bu.
ini ada pilihannya layar,
Which
kamera.
paper?
Yeah.
Mr. Nicola, is it 118?
Yes, 118. Yes, it 118, Mister.
Okay.
Sir,
Thank
I think I got problem to share my file. Can you help?
Oke, you kirim ke saya Bu papernya, ini PPT-nya.
I've already done to send to you.
Ibu kirimnya di Japri atau di mana Bu?
Di apa link yang di share di
Oh, coba kirim ke WA aja Bu. Oke, silakan.
Can I start it?
Ya, silakan dimulai Bu.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas and Mr. Sulaiman. Thanks for the help. And it is my pleasure to present our research on design of online sales information system using a pre-order system for multi-class ID in Jambi City based on web. Next, this study conducted by myself, Kodi Erola, and Benny Irawan. And then for the introduction, e-commerce is a digital platform connected to the internet that allows seller and buyer to conduct a transaction online. E-commerce not only facilitates transaction but also creates a global market by connecting seller and buyer from various countries through the internet. In this context, the use of website become an important component as they can present information and facilitate interaction among users. One of the transaction model that has developed in e-commerce is the pre-order system.
where seller accept order before producing the goods. Mochi Cross ID, an individual business engaged in selling food in the form of mochi in Jambi City, implements the pre-order system to serve their customer. However, during the online ordering process, several issues often arise as order recording done manually in notebook or on mobile phone. Common problems include error in recording orders, lost record, and calculation error, which result in accurate information. In light of this issue, the author is interested to conducting research to design a web-based information system using the waterfall method and a Laravel framework. Next. As a part of our research, we review several key studies and research for literature to support the development of our system. It's e-commerce. Online sellers or e-commerce occur when buying and selling activity are conducted online through electronic device connected to the internet. According to Adikan Raffauzan Trianandra, 2023, e-commerce is a website connected to the internet that offers facilities online transaction, and it is also a method of shopping and transaction online. And then the pre-order. The pre-order system is a transaction method that allow buyer to order a product and make payment in advance. The pre-order system benefits both parties by giving buyer early access to desired product and providing seller with initial information about customer interest. Pre-order is an online transaction where buyer must pay a certain amount upfront when ordering an item, and the order item will be delivered later. And then for the website, next part. A website or web is information that's provided through the internet, allowing the access worldwide as long as there is an internet connection. According to Adhikandra Fauzan Tiananda, 2023, a website is a collection of pages used as a storage space for data and information based on specific topic capable of displaying text, image, animation, sound, and video, both static and dynamic, forming a series that interconnected with its being linked by a network of pages. The Unified Modeling Language is a language used in software development that design and document the structured behavior of software systems, facilitating system development. According to Prihandoyo 2018, Unified Modeling Language is a visual modeling method used in the design and creation of object-oriented software. Next slide. For development of the sales information system for Mochi Cross ID, we utilized waterfall development model. This model consists of 5 distinct phases, each of which must be complete before moving to the next. And first, requirement analysis, we gather all the necessary requirement for the system. And then system design, we created a blueprint of how the system would function. And then the third, implementation. After design, we proceed it to the implementation phase. And then testing, we integrated all the module and start to testing. Maintenance, the final phase, after the system was deployed, we ensure that it's operated correctly in the real-world environment and provide to the users. Additionally, we have planned for ongoing maintenance. Mr. Nicholas, next. Okay. In our design, we development 2 primary use cases. First, one for visitor and customer, and one for the admin. For customer, they can do browsing product, user registration and login, placing pre-order, making payment, and receiving notification. Next. And for the admin, they can managing product, managing pre-order, managing customer data, handling payment, and generating a report. Next slide. And activity diagram data. The activity diagram illustrates the activity performed by the system, explain the workflow, including how activity are initiated, the possible decision to make, and how the process will conclude. Next. In our system's design for multi-class ID, we have implemented 10-class diagram. This diagram represents a fundamental part of the system architecture, showing the different classes, attributes, method, and relation that define how the system operates. Next slide. This is our application for multi-class ID, the figure homepage, ordering page, and other record. Next. And for the conclusion, based on the result, an online pre-order sales system has been successfully developed for multi-cross ID in Kota Jambi. Previously, the order recording process was done manually using notebook or mobile phone, which often lead to error in recording and managing order. To address this issue, the system was designed to be computerized, incorporating various features that minimize error in data input, update, and the recording of order and sales. The system also includes features for managing order data, product data, and variant data in more structured and efficient manner. Additionally, user can easily generate printable sales report and order in more organized way. With this feature, the system is expected to improve operational efficiency, error, and expedite the order processing. Overall, the implementation of this system has a positive impact on sales management at multi-cross ID, particularly in terms of accuracy and speed of service to customer. This innovation is expected to provide a suitable solution for optimizing order and sales management. Thank you, sir. I return to Mr. Nicholas.
Thank you. Now we'll pass the floor to Mr. Nicola for the review of the paper. Mr. Nicola, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sulaiman. Okay, Miss Despita Maisa, please give me a time. I need to do something because I also committee in this ICOBIMA. Please wait ya. Mohon tunggu sebentar ya, Bu. Agak repot karena saya reviewer iya, panitia juga iya, Bu. Bu Despita lebih nyaman bahasa Indonesia atau bahasa Inggris, Bu?
Bahasa Indonesia, Pak.
Oh, Indonesia aja ya. Okay, Mr. Sulaiman, we will speak in our Indonesia language. Is that okay?
No problem, no problem. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I will learn at least a little words.
Okay. Oke, Ibu Despita. Judulnya adalah Desain Sistem Informasi Penjualan ya, Bu?
Ya, Pak.
Nah, kalau kita melihat dari yang sudah Ibu tampilkan, kita harus mengetahui apa yang menjadi kelemahan sistem penjualan sebelumnya, Bu. Kira-kira apa, Bu?
Kesalahan perhitungan, kemudian pencatatan kadang tidak terorganisir, jadi mana yang duluan sudah order, mana yang belum itu tidak tersusun. Jadi kadang ada orderan yang bisa terlewat. Jadi diharapkan dengan dibangunnya sistem ini bisa membantu mengorganisir, menyusun orderan dari customer lebih teratur. Karena sistemnya pre-order, artinya customer menunggu orderan, setelah memesan mereka menunggu beberapa waktu untuk pesanannya datang. Jadi kalau misalnya tidak manage dengan baik, nggak bisa menimbulkan masalah ke customernya, mungkin terlalu lama menunggu.
Kalau
suaranya putus.
Ya, itu sudah
Suara
diterapkan.
Pak Nikolas suaranya putus. Benar.
Sekarang sudah jelas, Bu.
Udah.
Oke. Ini kan sudah bangun itu sistemnya, use case diagramnya, interface-nya juga sudah ya. Apakah itu sudah diterapkan?
Sudah diterapkan.
Belum, Bu?
Sudah diterapkan ya, Pak?
Oh ya, sudah ya. Dan hasilnya bagaimana, Bu?
Membantu Pak, karena dia sudah tersistem dari menerima orderan, kemudian menghandle pembayaran dari customer, kemudian memberikan laporan secara efektif, membantu pemilik Mochi Cross ID membuat keputusan dari laporan penjualan mereka.
Oke.
Membantu mempermudah. Ya.
Sekiranya, do you have any suggestion, Bu? Suggestion to improve?
Suggestion for improve. I think we can add some feature like WhatsApp in the system, and then like digital marketing like Linktree. So it's combined like system information, but that have other system for selling their product.
Okay.
Like have a link in the system.
Okay, Mr. Spita Mesa. Okay, Mr. Sulaiman, I already done.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Nicola. We'll now move to the next paper with the title, that's paper 97, right? 97. Okay. Hello. We'll now move to the next paper. Mr. Nicola, is paper number 97, right? It's number 97.
No, 88.
No?
Number 88.
80?
88.
88.
Yeah.
Okay. With the title, the effect of work-life integration practice on the performance of employee in commercial bank in Cameroon. The presenter is Ayub Tekimian, Dr. Ayub Tekimian from Business Management and Sustainability ICT University, Yaoundé, Cameroon. Is the presenter around? Hello. Dr. Ayub.
Yes, I'm around.
Okay. Floor is yours.
On.
Okay, thank you very much. Floor is yours. Hello, Mr. Ayuk. Are you listening?
Yes.
Floor is yours.
Can we get the slides for me to continue? I'm struggling to upload the slides.
Okay. Mr. Nicholas, can you help him?
Yes, I will try. Okay, Dr. Ayub, can you send me the PPT to my WA, to my WhatsApp? Or maybe we can go to Dr. Henry first. Dr. Henry Dogtuma.
Number what?
Hello, Dr. Henry, are you there? linking.
What's the number of the paper?
Oh,
Yeah?
it's from another room, but he will present
Okay,
in our
no
room.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay, Henry. Dr. Henry, are you
Hello?
there? Yeah, okay. Can you go
Yeah,
first?
are you getting me?
Okay, I can hear you.
That's no problem.
Okay, I will share screen your PPT, yeah. The title is Linking Banking Innovation, Financial Literacy, and Customer Satisfaction, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, give me a minute.
How to fly yours?
Okay. Hello?
Wait a minute. Will you share screen your PPT? It's still loading.
Slide. So continue, but I'm waiting for the slides.
Yeah, yes. Please wait a minute. It's still loading the slides. What is it in Cameroon now?
Dr. Nicola, is the slides with you?
Yes, the slide is with me. It's still downloading.
Okay,
Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, Dr. Henry, you can start.
Okay.
Okay, Dr. Henry, you can start your presentation.
Yeah. I'm seeing the slides now. Can I start?
Yes, you can start.
The floor is yours. You can start.
Okay. Now, I'm presenting on linking banking innovations, financial literacy, and customer satisfaction in Cameroon. It's an article written by Tayo Takime. That we're looking at the outline shall be as those. We have a particular introduction. The next slide, please. A problem statement, a literature review, a hypothesis test development, a conceptual framework, methodology, analysis, and discussions. Innovations is something that has always encouraged the aspect of businesses within the perspective of trying as much as possible. We are at the introduction, please. The next slide. Thank you. So it has shown that there is need for innovations in the banking domains and the various ones of the other nations have tried as much as possible to. I hope they are getting me.
Yes, go on. Yes, we are getting you. Go on.
Yeah. So it shows that it varies from nation to nations, and other people look at the perspective of innovations within certain necessities and how innovations are tried as much as possible to improve on development of products and certain activities and services. So when you look at innovation, we try to say that if you look at banking innovation, which comes within the perspective of technology, ICT, e-banking, mobile money, ATM, and others, you see that it has a direct impact on customer satisfaction, because the purpose of it is to create that the customers are satisfied with their activities, or they are satisfied with the products they are receiving. And this gives a greater impact on how the earn or the earnings that the owners of the business, the satisfaction they get from making huge profits. But now, financial literacy comes within this perspective to interwoven so that it can give some awareness, create some awareness that even though you are getting satisfaction, why is this satisfaction in a kind of not being felt also within the customers, due to the fact that financial literacy will give them that point of seeing how innovations can be more important, especially when it comes to the banking domain. Now, the problem that was brought up within this context is that businesses are prone to be competitive, and they try to see as much as how to be able to carry on with their business and try to supersede or go beyond what the others are doing. So when they talk of competitive advantage, a business is trying to look at innovation as that perspective for them to appreciate and get a unique or incorrect or incorrectly limited and hard to copy ideas that others cannot get, so that other capabilities, including management of skills, routine and organizational procedures, and information and knowledge of the firm can be controlled. So within this, you see that competitive advantage gives that aspect of banks to try as much as possible to make products or certain innovations that others would be able to commit, and so that they can have an added advantage to satisfy their customers. So there's also the limited financial literacy, which many people don't understand, that is very important for financial literacy to be able to convince the customer as well as those who are working on the necessity of these changes within the perspective of technology. And the end result is to have a good customer satisfaction. And looking at that perspective of satisfaction, it goes to the perspective of customer retention, or how many customers are within the perspective of the financial institution. Now, we saw certain, during the past, or reviewing certain article of certain concepts within the main concepts of innovation, which is creating new ideas, products, services, having something new by the firm to obtain and maintain its customer satisfaction, or just a new idea. We looked at the technology and customer satisfaction, because technology innovation goes to satisfy the customer. And when there is increase in the technology innovation, the customers are more satisfied because they are getting new products or new activities or new things that are going to ameliorate their well-being. So it brings in the perspective of also increasing the economic development or economic sector of the people. Then there's financial literacy, which is that process of informing the consumers or the investors that we have to improve on our products, we have improved on our concepts, we have improved on managing our risk, and trying to develop their skills and knowledge so that they can be behaving more better and more appropriate. Then we had a conceptual review, which shows that financial literacy lingers within banking innovation and customer satisfaction, and the main aspect is banking innovations that goes to customer satisfaction. Our methodology is that the study is a positivism epistemology and the ontology of objectivism. So the study adopts a cross-sectional research design and quantitative methods. So a survey was done so that to test the conceptual model, that data was collected using questionnaires, like with using the Likert scale of 1 to 5, a total of 387 responses was collected and analyzed using SPSS and AMOS. So data analysis conducted through descriptive analysis of respondents, descriptive analysis of constructs, reliability, coefficient of variables, and simple and multiple regressions. So the theoretical model finds an important provision based on the experimental study. The data analysis and results are those. So the research, we had to administer 410 questionnaires through the online questionnaires, and we had 23 of our respondents which we ignored due to their responses, due to the incompleteness of their responses. As a result, we had 87 respondents indicated, and the necessary data cleaning and management was done. So result analysis showed that 68% of participants were male, female was accounted for 32%. With regard to the status, 43% were single and 57 were married. Concerning the age of the participants, the category of 16 to 24 years represents 5%. The category of 25 to 34 years represents 62%, which is the core of those who are in the innovations in the banking domain. And the following categories of 35 to 44 represent 23, and the category 45 to 54 is 9%, and 55 represents 1%. So the results also show participants' education level was 3 college, 14%, bachelor degrees 67%, and the master's 14%, and PhD 4%. Now, the analysis shows me that standard deviation for measurement statement related to innovation influence towards business performance. Results reveal that the bank related addresses new unmet need with a mean of 3.8 and a standard deviation of 1.097. And the respondent who found that bank products or services are very innovative in relation to competitors with a mean of 3.14 and a standard deviation of 1.67. For the respondents who believe that our products or services regularly solve customers' needs, which were not solved by the competitors, was a mean of 3.18 and a standard deviation of 1.145. Lastly, the respondents who found that the bank regularly utilized new distribution channels for their products and services had a mean of 3.75 and a standard deviation of 1. So when we look at each of these measurements, it gives us the variety of seeing how evolution of every question should be asked and how the mean and the standard deviation. So all the results of the reliability coefficients are acceptable and within the range as follows. Innovative influence towards financial literacy is 0.84. Then innovative influence towards customer satisfaction is 0.78, and financial literacy influences towards customer satisfaction is 0.87, and also variable skills together is 0.92. So it shows that the value of relative chi-square is 3.912, which is less than 5. In addition, other indices such as the GFI is 0.0902, the CFI is 0.931, and the IFI is 0.030, are greater than 0.90, which indicates that these indicators are accepted. For the RMSEA, the value of 0.071, which is less than 0.08, and this indicates these values are accepted. Now, our hypothesis, we'll see that for hypothesis 1, banking innovation has a significant influence on financial literacy, which has a beta of 0.77 and a significant level of 0.032, which is less than 0.05. We also go to, which shows that the hypothesis is accepted. The hypothesis is accepted. And the second is the second hypothesis, which brings that banking innovation has a significant influence on customer satisfaction, which brings out the perspective that our beta is a 0.37 with a significant level of 0.05. And with hypothesis 3, the financial literacy has a significant influence on customer satisfaction, which is a 0.45 better and a 0.05 significant level. And financial literacy mediates the relationship between banking innovation and customer satisfaction of a beta of 0.231 and a significant level of 0.058. Within these, we accepted our hypothesis and we come to the discussion and conclusions. So the result indicates that banking innovation takes a direct positive effect on financial literacy, and the result is consistent with Jojo and So 2003 studies, which show that a positive impact of banking innovation on financial literacy of bank customers. The second result confirms that banking innovation has a direct influence on customers' satisfaction. This result coincides with Andrews and Sullivan 1993 results, which confirmed that customer satisfaction was strongly impacted by banking innovation. It also ensures the result of Darajai 2017, which emphasizes the positive and direct impact of banking innovations on the customer satisfaction. The third result demonstrates that financial literacy takes positive and direct effect on customer satisfaction, as several authors, such as Lee and Chu 2017 and others, have explored the direct relationship between customer satisfaction with financial literacy. And the fourth and last result suggests that financial literacy mediates the relationship between banking innovation and customer satisfaction. We emphasize the priority of innovation in the Cameroonian banking sector. Banking innovation can help to motivate employees to produce new banking products and services and find suitable literacy programs and market strategies to get better customer satisfaction and fast growth. And the outcome of the study shows that there is a strong and positive correlation that exists between banking innovation and financial literacy. It means that for financial literacy, you need to understand the various innovations taking place and future potential using tools and resources. The result of this paper can be useful, particularly for banks in Cameroon, to explain the relationship between improving of banking innovations and its influence on financial literacy of the bank customers. So in practice, it can be realized through several training courses and financial education of financial literacy, and customer satisfaction will be fruitful. Although there are certain boundaries to our research, random selection of respondents by gender, we think that our research provides inspiring results and new motivation for more research. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. And we'll move to the reviewer. Dr. Nicholas, the floor is yours. Thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Henry, how are you today? Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. So your factor is really interesting, especially you put financial literacy variable to customer satisfaction. Do you have any theory as for that? Do you have a theory that's
I'm not getting you too well.
Yes. Theory about the financial literacy and customer satisfaction.
Dr. Nicola, your voice is echoing. It's echoing. I think you should up the video and try to make the voice, allow the voice only. It's echoing. Okay.
What is theory to explain financial literacy and customer satisfaction?
Theory to explain
financial literacy and customer satisfaction.
Financial literacy and customer satisfaction.
Did you get what he's saying? He said, what is the theoretical support, theoretical underpinning that underpin your study? It's asking for theoretical.
The theoretical underpinning of that focus on trying to link financial literacy and customer satisfaction looks at the financial literacy theory of is Bongani and Al, which presents that financial literacy it has a higher impact on customer satisfaction, which is maximized through social capital. Yes, the social capital theory, which maximizes through social capital, is used as a mediating variable within the perspective of the trying to sort out the financial gap that exists for the customers to understand the need of the developments in the banking, in the understanding the social capital needs through financial literacy.
Okay. Mr. Nicola, next question, please. So that will not waste time.
So the social capital theory is the best for these results.
That the social for focusing on financial literacy, I think the social capital better explains the link of mediating between innovations and customer satisfaction.
Okay, I think that's enough. We can go to the next presenter. Thank you, Dr. Henry.
Okay, please, I have some comment on the topic on this paper. Doctor, you listen to me. The first comment is on the implication study, the articulated study, which explains the issue between innovation and how try to explain how literacy moderates innovation and customer satisfaction. How literacy, financial literacy, moderates the innovation, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But as always, you try to the contribution should always come in either practical knowledge, or theoretical. Are we
okay?
These are the three aspects that is supposed. It's either practical knowledge or theoretical. That would be the contribution. That's how you can contribute. Okay. Mostly in the practical contribution, since you are talking about financial satisfactions, you are talking about customer satisfaction. There is the issue of KYC, know your customer, right?
Yes.
Therefore, you need to bring a kind of a contribution that will relate to the policymakers. You understand? That will bring up a policy that will help the banking industry to adhere on the customers' information, on the way towards implementing innovation that will satisfy the customers. Therefore, you need to be specific on the contributions. The first contribution should be related to the policy, and then to the academia, and then the theoretical. Hope you get what I'm saying. Hope you get what I'm saying.
You got it, yes. Absolutely. There has to be practical first, which is practical and policy. The second is
practical in the policy, and then to the academic,
and then
because it's
then theoretical.
Then theoretical. Okay. Then we'll move to the next presenter. We'll move to the next presenter. That is number 88. Ayub Tekamayan is a PhD with the title "The Effect of Work-Life Integration Practice on the Performance of Employee in Commercial Bank in Cameroon."
Okay, please wait. Okay, please wait a minute.
Is it a mistake? I think this one is another one, Mr.
Yeah.
Okay, it's done. Mr. Nicholas, thank you.
Mr. Nicola.
Yeah, yes. Miss Despita want to capture first. So I will share the her PPT. Silakan Bu.
You change it. It's not 88, right?
Yeah, it's not 88, I know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, please, Miss Despita, you can capture right now.
Yes, it's already take picture already. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay. I don't know whether we can go on. I'm ready.
Mr. Tamyang, you wait a little bit. They've changed the arrangements. Arrangement has been changed. It's not you now. You will be the next. Okay, Mr. Nicola, what's the problem?
Hello.
Presenter is nowhere to be found.
But yet,
who is the presenter now, Mr. Nicola?
is the PPT already show up in your laptop, Mister?
Okay, is Mr. Tamyang? Is it what?
Thank you.
You're the one to present now.
Okay, thank you. I don't know whether you can get me clearly.
Yeah, we are hearing you are clear and loud.
Greetings to Nicholas and Mr. Solimano. It's a privilege to be here with you with respect to this academic exercise. Our research is titled The Effect of Work-Life Integration Practices on the Performance of Employees in Commercial Banks in Cameroon, which was done by myself, Dr. Ayuk Takemeya, and Dr. Henry Njong Ketuma. With widespread globalization and the development of information communication technology, where almost all businesses in the world, including banks, have the tendency of having the whole world as a marketplace. Businesses, especially commercial banks, are now incorporating work-life integration practices to protect their employees' mental health, given that the workload of employees of commercial bank is actually tedious. By practicing these work-life integration practices, the expectation is that organizational performance will increase, as also stated by Markway and Ojabio 2018. Work-life integration or practices or work-life balance refers to maintaining a balance between the responsibilities of work and home. Cherry L.R. 2002. Employees' performances is the ability of a physical or moral person to achieve a set of objectives in their efficient and effective manner. Employees' performance measures the degree to which an employee can achieve a higher work within a short period of time. For the effect of work-life integration practices on employees' performance in the commercial bank sector of Cameroon. This brings us to the question: to what extent is work-life integration practices influences employees' performance. Specifically, what is the effect? We break down our independent variable, which is work-life integration practices, to have three Latin constructs, which are leave program, fringe benefits, and telecommuting on employees. Therefore, specifically, we are looking at what is the effect of leave program, fringe benefits, and telecommuting on employees' job performance in the commercial bank sector in Cameroon. You can see our conceptual framework, which shows the three objectives. The first objective, that is to examine the effect of leave program on employees' performance, and the second, the effect of telecommuting on employees' performance, and the third, the effect of fringe benefits on employees' performance. So the conceptual model of work-life integration practices and employees' performance. Basically, in our methodology, it should be noted that this study is based on positivism epistemology and the ontology of objectivism. The research design is a cross-sectional research design, and a quantitative method was used. The target population, we have commercial bank employees in Cameroon, where we had a sample size of 200 employees from different commercial banks within the town of Yaoundé and Douala, given the high concentration of commercial banks in those two regions, Yaoundé being the administrative headquarter of Cameroon and Douala being the economic headquarter of Cameroon. The sampling technique, we made use of the convenient sampling technique. Data collection instrument, primary data was used through a self-administered, well-structured questionnaire to a set of selected respondents. Based on the data analysis, the data collector was presented and analyzed using both descriptive and inferential statistics, and the hypothesis tested using the ordinary least square regression to study the relationship that exists between work-life balance and employees' performance. The Pearson correlation analysis, as well as the ordinary least square regression analysis, were engaged. Thus, this study applied a multiple regression method to examining the relationship between work-life integration practices and employees' performance. If in our model, the model is simply explaining the relationship where you have EP, that stands for employees' performance. LP stands for our first objective, that's leave program. TC stands for home-based telecommuting, second objective. FB stands for fringe benefits, which is our third objective. And we have the constant in the model AI, A2, and A3, which are all constants. They are parameters of the model to be estimated. And we have the error term. The independent variable work-life integration practices is a proxy by variables such as leave program. We look at annual leave, family leave, sick leaves that the employees usually request from their banks. Telecommuting, working from home, working over the internet. We also and fringe benefits, non-financial and financial benefits out of salary received. Each of the specific variable was captured using a 5 Likert scale. And we had 5 item questions for each of them. The dependent variable of the study is employees' performance and was measured in terms of employees' motivation, goal or objective realization, quality of work, absenteeism, turnover, and productivity in line. If we look at the coefficient of work-life integration, we will notice that all of the 3 objectives actually influence employees' performance. All of the 3 Latin constructs influence employees' performance as seen in the coefficient of work-life integration practices. Based on that, we therefore supported hypothesis 1, which was to examine the effect of work-life on employees' performance. We noticed that work-life program have a positive significant effect on employees' performance. This is in agreement with the work of Danny and Gona 2016, Groma Era 2018. We also supported Hypothesis 2, which states that telecommuting exerts a positive significant influence on employees' performance. This idea also is in agreement with Grand LR 2019, our findings. We supported Hypothesis 3. Fringe benefit has a positive significant effect on employees' performance. This research finding is in agreement with the work of Grand LR 2019, Mobula and Yantoyawa 2019. From this, we therefore concluded that from the result of the study is seen that if managers of commercial banks in Cameroon capitalize on work-life integration practices, the performance of their employees will significantly impacted positively by 41.9%. The study result indicated that telecommuting, leave programs, and fringe benefits respectively has a positive, significant influence on employees' performance. This therefore implies that by devising human resource policies that integrate family and work practices, work-life practices, such as more access to work from home, recovery strategies like flexible working schedules and relaxation time, and extra financial incentives, employees' performance will increase. Dear reviewer, without taking too much of your time, thanks for your keen attention.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ayu. That's a great presentation. So I want to ask
Hello. Hello. Thank you for the presentation. Now we'll move to the reviewer. Dr. Nicholas, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sulaiman. Thank you, Dr. Ayub. I want to ask about what is the main problem of this study?
Okay. Thank you very much. The main problem of this study is the fact that banks are very important in every financial sector, and the employees are the life wire for the banks to achieve a high performance. In order for the banks to achieve this high performance, they must ensure that the work life, that they must ensure that the employees are comfortable so that they can manage both their work and their life. They can strike a balance in maintaining a balance between their homes and their work, so that since they have to spend longer period at work as bankers, their activities at home should not have an effect on their performance at work. So that is why the work intends to solve the challenges employees face in striking a balance between their out of work life and their work activities.
Okay. And then I just want to do a confirmation with you. Did you use structural equation modeling in this study?
In this study, a structural equation model? No.
No. So what did you use?
In this study, as I said earlier, we made use of a correlation analysis, first of all, to look at the relationship that exists between the various variables. And then later we did a regression, a multiple regression.
Okay, for regression, so using SPSS, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I think it's done. Thank you. I'll go back to Mr. Sulaiman.
Thank you, Mr. Dr. Nicola. Now we move to the last presenter. Mr. Nicola, the final presenter.
Okay, I am still the one. I have another.
Okay. Thank
Yeah, I
you,
think.
PhD. With the title, The Effect of Financial Literacy on Financial Inclusion Among Women of Races in Minor Divisions. Okay, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, sir, for giving me the floor. The work is titled The Effect of Financial Literacy on Financial Inclusion Among Women Entrepreneurs in Manu Division, Cameroon. It should be noted that issues related to financial literacy and financial inclusion are top in the policy agenda of most countries and international organizations in the world today, as stipulated by the Sustainable Development Goal number 3 and 5, which is to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Financial inclusion has a wide range of positive effects on entrepreneurial activities, but studies indicate a lack of awareness about financial services in a large group of financially excluded individuals, especially women in the economy. Looking at the context of study, Manu Division is situated in the southwest region of Cameroon, where most communities are the most deprived as a result of years of the Anglophone crisis. According to IMF 2018, access to finance in Cameroon is low, unevenly distributed, and represent a key impediment to private sector development. You can see from the map of Manu Division, which is our area of study, as I said earlier, Manu Division is one of the division in Cameroon, which is found in the southwest region of Cameroon. Women in Cameroon live in predominantly parochial society, in which the economic dependency on men is reinforced by discretionary laws and policies in public institutions. The position of women in Cameroon is weak. Though there is a national gender equality policy, this doesn't extend to economic empowerment. Customary laws limit women access and control over assets and economic activities. When you look at our problem, we try to demonstrate that even in account ownership, there is a serious problem in Cameroon when it comes to financial inclusion. Many people do not have access to appropriate and affordable financial products and services, especially the women. When you compare to the situation of Cameroon to that of CEMAC and other sub-Saharan African countries, so you see that the poorest, they only have access 40%, rich, they have 60% access. And a statistics that was presented, most problematic factor for doing business, 2016, according to Africa Competitive Report in 2017. After corruption, the next striking problem in doing business in Cameroon is access to finance, meaning that of financial inclusion is actually a serious problem. And when you look at the overall financial access trend, you discover that females services than females, which means that the women, in terms of gender, are actually excluded. Despite the undeniable importance of financial literacy in explaining financial inclusion, the relationship between financial literacy and financial inclusion is still misunderstood and untested. Several studies have been done in areas of financial literacy and financial inclusion. Their findings have produced mixed results regarding the effect of financial literacy on financial inclusion. It's at the context of such mixed conclusion that created and stated the need to carry out a study from a Cameroon perspective to establish the relationship between financial literacy and financial inclusion among women entrepreneurs in Cameroon. So to be very precise, our study aimed at linking financial literacy, which has to ensure that people are well informed, they have knowledge in managing and using money, to financial inclusion among women entrepreneurs in Manu division. So we examine the effect of financial literacy on financial inclusion among women entrepreneurs in Manu division, Cameroon. We identify gaps, geographical gaps, scarcity of lectures concerning financial inclusion in Cameroon and in Manu division. The context of financial inclusion in developed countries can be a little bit different from the context of developing countries like Cameroon. Very few studies uses multidimensional or mixed method approach. Most previous studies focus on bank people and ignore unbanked people. There are a few studies that rely on primary data. Most studies only use secondary data. And as I mentioned, this study also intends to fill in the gap because of the controversy of mixed results in linking financial literacy to financial inclusion. The epistemology is positivism because our study is quantitative. Ontology is objectivism, and zoology, no bias. The researcher is independent of the outcome of the analysis. The research method is quantitative research method. The research design is a cross-sectional research design and a quantitative approach. The target population, women entrepreneurs in all the 4 subdivisions of Manu division. The sample size, 466 women entrepreneurs in Manu division. The Yamana 1967 sample size formula was used to determine our sample size. As regards the sampling technique, firstly, we use the stratified sampling techniques to sample the region by dividing Manu division into 4 subgroups called subdivision to ensure that all of the subdivisions were involved in this study. We use a proposed sampling technique by using the women entrepreneur who can provide valuable insight into the research question because of their line of activities, which is related to the study. The distribution of the questionnaire was based on convenient samples. Also the crisis situation in that part of the country. You can see our sample size and the industries that were used in this study. A pilot study was also done. Data collection was mainly through well-structured questionnaire and the data analysis. The data collected was presented and analyzed using both descriptive and inferential statistics, and the hypothesis tested using multiple regression analysis with the SPSS and EMOS version 25 and 24 respectively. These tools help to model relationship among multiple variables simultaneously to answer certain research questions. You can see our operationalization of variables, financial literacy, which is the independent variable, with the sources, financial inclusion, which is our dependent variable. Our model specification is simple, financial inclusion is the main independent variable or variable of interest in the equation there. And so financial inclusion is the main, financial inclusion is the dependent variable, while financial literacy is the independent variable. Representing, we have other exogenous characteristics affecting financial inclusion. These complementary variables are level of education, nature of business, age, group, experience, which can also affect help look at the effect of financial literacy on financial inclusion. It should be noted that considering that the dependent variable financial inclusion and independent variable financial literacy are all captured by multiple questions in our questionnaire, this study made use of a multiple correspondent analysis to create an index for each of them respectively. It's the index that is used to estimate the result. The use of the multiple correspondent analysis to create an indicator was already universally accepted since 1998 by the World Bank Group. World Bank 2020. In this technique, the F test was used to determine the significance of the regression, while the coefficient of determination, R square, was used to determine how much variation in financial inclusion is caused by financial literacy. This was done at 99%, 95%, and 90% of confidence level, respectively. The econometric technique applied here is the ordinary least square regression estimation technique. We did a combined exploratory factor analysis in order to retain certain indicators and reject other indicators before we could proceed. The data cleaning and management process was well respected, and the validity and reliability was also tested. Just like require before carrying out the ordinary least square, the regression technique, there are certain pre-tests that we carried out. The test of outlay, the normality test, in order to ensure that the data we actually using was clean, the homogeneity of variance, and the multicollinearity test with the results stated in the tables and figures. The result of our finding indicates that financial literacy and engagement in retail business are key drivers of financial inclusion in Manu Division, Cameroon. While higher education and work experience did not show significant effect, the finding regarding married women entrepreneurs and profit level highlights areas for further research. Overall, the model exhibits strong explanatory power, underscoring the importance of financial literacy in fostering financial inclusion among women entrepreneurs in Manu Division, Cameroon. So we therefore supported the hypothesis and concluded that financial literacy has a strong positive, significant influence on financial inclusion among women entrepreneurs in Manu Division. In conclusion, the study seeks to link financial literacy and financial inclusion by examining the relationship between financial literacy and financial inclusion among women entrepreneurs in Manu Division, Cameroon. The result shows that financial literacy is strong corroborating with financial inclusion, 38.28%. The findings suggest that the decision makers should create more awareness via financial technical workshop on the relevance of financial literacy on financial inclusion in Manu Division in particular and Cameroon in general. This is a wide step towards business performance and amelioration of economic well-being. In this study, we also noticed certain limitations which gave us areas for future study. The study considered data on women entrepreneurs in Manu Division. The findings from this study should not be directly applied to other groups. Thus, overgeneralization of the findings to women in other countries will require further investigation. Financial inclusion is an issue of concern to many African countries, and as a result, a cross-country investigation will be needed. The study adopted a cross-sectional design. Future studies should take a longitudinal approach so that we can better compare the results. Another limitation of this study was the use of convenient sampling while administering the questionnaire. This might have caused inaccurate representation and research bias. Also, since the study adopted quantitative approach during data collection and analysis, in future, an in-depth qualitative or mixed approach is needed to supplement and complement the quantitative results and to compare the results. Thank you for your keen attention and for allowing me to provide an overview of this research. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. Thank you, Mr. Solimanu.
Okay, we are very thank you for presenting an insightful topic. Now the floor will move to the reviewer, Mr. Nicholas. The floor is yours. Now, Dr. Nicholas.
Interesting and also help us in
I can't get you, please.
It's not clear.
Please, I can't get you. I don't know whether the volume is too low. I can't get you, please.
Why did you choose manual division in the study?
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. We actually choose manual division since manual division is a rural area and access to financial services, financial inclusion. The problem is more acute in a rural area. If you look at the problem where many women entrepreneurs do not have access to appropriate and affordable financial products and services.
Okay. So in this manual division, which is dominant, male or female?
Are you talking in terms of population?
Yes, the population in this manual division, is that dominant female or male?
Female.
So what do you think about financial literacy for female?
Yeah, financial literacy, most females also do not have the knowledge on how to manage money on different financial products and services. That, as I made mention, that most financial inclusion has a wide range of positive effects on entrepreneurial activities, but most of these women entrepreneurs, they lack awareness of financial services. So, and that is why, if going back to your question, we ended with the recommendation to propose that for financial inclusion to be solved, the problem lies on financial literacy, on the decision makers to create more awareness via financial technical workshop on the relevance of financial literacy, financial education on financial inclusion.
Okay, thank you for the answer. I think it's enough, Mr. Sulaiman. Okay, I think Mr. Sulaiman already leaving because it's Friday and it's after Jumat prayer. So I think we all already done and our class presenter has finished presenting. Therefore, we have come to the end of this parallel session. Thank you for our participants. You did a great job on the presentation.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your time. Please do expect in the main room for announcement for the best presenters and papers. I will see you there. The announcement will be on 1:30 p.m. Indonesian time. In Cameroon, it will be on 7:30 a.m. So you can join back in 7:30 p.m. from Cameroon, and from Malaysia it will be 1:30 p.m. In Bali will be 2:30 p.m.
Mr. Nicola, all what you're saying now, we cannot get you. The volume is low. And get you, please.
Okay, sorry, you can leave this home and then you can join us on 7:30 p.m. in your line because we will announce who is the subscriber and who is the presenter. Is that clear? Hello, Dr. Ayub, is that clear?
I said the volume is low. I can't get you.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Takeyama,
Yes.
Good. The announcement would be in 7:30 in your time. 7:30.
7:30
Is it right, Mr. Nico?
Yes.
7:30 a.m. in your time.
It's okay. I will chat it. I will chat him in WhatsApp. It's okay. Thank you, Mr. David. Okay, we can leave this room and thank you. And I will see you in next hours. Thank you so much for this event.
Okay, thank you so
See you
much,
next time.
Mr. Nico.
Bye.
See you.
You.